feel like women in general in this modern world face a lot of challenges.
It's unique, man. Like everything about it is unique.
I was so impressed with your set today. I'm a newly converted fan. I mean, I was just blown away. And thank you for your message and your music. But I would just like to know how you feel being here with us at Sierra Nevada, first during Juneteenth week, Pride week, and Father's Day weekend. Being that you sang a song about mom and family and, you know.
Yeah. Overall, I just remembered when I got booked for the show, and naturally you'd see the other people that are on the show. I just felt really honored that, you know, be considered to be a part of a lineup like this, you know, Burning Spear, who we don't know in general and hasn't been performing for so long. It's really a beautiful lineup, and just to be here, especially with Protoje, and you know, for me, it's every time I get to perform in a space that I have never performed before, it's an exciting thing just to see how people react to the music. So for me, my inspiration is life. I like to be inspired about the things that, you know, everyday people feel, and I like to put that in my music, because if 3 out of, I don't know, the 10 of us in this room is experiencing something, that means when we go out in the world with 30 more people, maybe 6 out of them can you know, share the same energy. So for me, I just get inspired by everything that's around, everything that I hear. Once it moves me, it kind of just is in a bank of emotions within myself that I tap into whenever needs me. It doesn't even have to be for a song. It can just be something for me to remind myself that, oh, this person had said this to me today for a particular reason. Yeah.
in seriousness, I wanted to hear from you your if there's been a challenge as a woman artist in the reggae community for you.
I feel like women in general in this modern world face a lot of challenges. You know, we can see that in everyday situations. But yes, being a female, for one, when I was just beginning to do music, when I moved from the country in 2015 and started living in Kingston, I was the only female that was a part of the crew. You know, there was Black Hero, there was Royal Blue, there was all those other guys, and being the only female there, you know, in a industry that, you know, they expect that women in music have to look a particular way and speak about a particular set of things. And we just also take this opportunity to big up the women before me, because we still had Marcia Griffiths as an example, Judy Mott, you know, the whole I trees. You know what I said? There's Queen Ifrica, there's Itana, and all these really strong women that inspired me when I was a little girl growing up. You know, that made me realize that, listen, as a woman, I don't necessarily have to be soft. You don't have to, woman is not just soft, you know, we're strong, we're powerful, and we're like the nurturers of the next generation.
As a fan of your work, it's been a joy to watch how quickly folks are tuning in and really catching for you. With Indignation, that connection that brought you in, the sound was just perfect. But now I see that you're also going out doing World Sounds. And I wanted to ask you about World Sounds. Tell folks what that's about, and also if you could also please say something about your recent trip to Japan.
Oh, Japan was amazing. Let me start there. Japan has been a really beautiful experience. And you know, when you speak about sound, you know, you brought up World Sound, which means that you're really locked in to what I have going on. Yes, so I grew up on sound system culture. You know, my stepdad was a sound man. Like, I would watch them put the sound together from the beginning. I come from Christiana in Manchester. That's the birth of Bass DC and Black Cat and all those sounds. So for me, sound system outside of performing with a live band, live music is beautiful and it's super important, but I feel like a very important, what they would call it, column in a Jamaican music history was, you know, the sound system culture, the records coming in from England, and you know, everybody grabbing the mic, and that's where a lot of artists, you know, really came about. So World Sound is just me, whenever it is that I have a show that I am not with my band, you know, I'm just creating something instead of going on stage and just singing with an instrumental. I have my DJ just play the instrumental and I sing over the track and go. We're just gonna be doing more exciting stuff like live dub mixes. You know, I'm gonna be putting a lot of my rhythms, the versions on vinyls, and you know, just bring back that particular look into the music, and also create a sound system itself where we can also play in the dance as well. You know, so that's just another idea that I had, and you don't see a lot of women around the sound system doing all that, and it's been something that have been exciting for me. So I'm just trying to add it to, you know, my stage performance.
Yeah, Lady J from 91.9 KCSB Radio in Santa Barbara. Welcome back to California, by the way.
Thank you. I love California.
I know. I last saw you here just in February. You were at the Cali Vibes.
Yeah.
You were on the main stage, and then you hit up the boom yard. That was really nice.
Exciting.
Right after that, you went to Lost in Time. So it's been super busy. And then, of course, like Big Jim said, you went straight to Japan. I wanted you to talk a little bit more about Japan, but before you do that, you mentioned Royal Blue, Runckus, Black Hero. Have you collaborated with any of them? Talk about Japan and then also that.
Yes, I have a song with Royal Blue. Yeah, I have a song with Royal Blue. I haven't collaborated with any of the other guys, but I do have a song with Royal Blue. As I said, you know, moving to Kingston, they were the first set of artists that I knew, like, in person. Obviously, I would have known about Chronic's, Protoje, Janine, and the whole revival movement that was happening, but those guys and myself, we were like the next set of generation coming up in the music. So I did do a song with Royal Blue. Japan was really beautiful because obviously there's a grave language barrier. Like, I'm performing for people who do not speak English. A lot of the times when I'm asking, hey, put up your hand, them still are looking at my face. I had to have like, you know, I had to have my tour manager translate, but it was an amazing experience because what it kind of, you know, a lot of time as artists we feel as though if you're not, especially coming out of Jamaica, like I grew up watching Ninja Man, Bounty Killer, all of them perform, like place a tear down, so you kind of associate good music or doing something good on a stage with everybody up, but for me it kind of also gave me the opportunity to realize that, you know, these people are keenly listening to what I'm saying, even though they don't understand what I'm saying. A lot of them are singing along to the songs or trying to, so it just shows you that, you know, which we know music transcends language and all of that, but it was also a lovely thing to just perform, have them give me a clap when we done perform, move on to the next song. But they really love Jamaican music, especially sound system culture. Japan loves it, and it was a pleasure for me to go so far, you know, to go and perform. Like the time was night and day. I had to stay up sometimes to take care of stuff that I had to do in Jamaica in the daytime, you know. So yeah, man, it was just an honor to just see where music brought me.
Lila Ike, this is Lyndon Johnson from Carey Press. Yeah. What I want to talk about, I see you have a very fascinated, you know, like, they call it chemistry with Protoje. How did that relationship with Protoje come?
Protoje, you know, a lot of the times I like to tell people that he is that man in my life that kind of reassured me that men can be good and men can be dependable, because I never necessarily grew up with a father. I never grew up with brothers, no uncles. It was just strictly women in my household. So when I got to Kingston and started doing music, naturally I would have been going around a lot of different people, meeting a lot of different persons. We're like, yeah man, me a producer, come on the studio, and just having, you know, that zeal that I had for music. I would go anywhere. Like I would turn up at a karaoke, even if it's somebody there want jam session, I'm doing it. And if you say studio there, woy, I'm there. And going around and doing all of these things and realizing once again, being a woman, don't necessarily have no big bad entourage back at me. A lot of these places I was going by myself. He was one of the first men that was, you know, immediately we started talking about the business. Was the first person that spoke to me about owning my masters, learning about royalties and publishing, and actually sitting me down and figuring out, you know, okay, you can have a career out of this. I see a lot of potential in you. You know, what are your goals? What are your dreams and aspirations? And from I met him in 2016, it's been, you know, outside of the music, mentor, friend, father when me need a father, brother. Like I will be on the phone bawling to him about relationship problems. Like this is my best friend, and he's a very important figure for me in the music, because to have somebody that's a friend that can also represent you, and you know, being able to shadow him, because he's obviously like Protoje, and I'm at the level that I am at learning. There's a lot. His wealth of knowledge with music history as well is impeccable. Sometimes I have to say, how you remember that the date there? You can't tell us, say, yeah man, cause in October the 69 and 1963 when, but trust me, so I learn a lot, and I have somebody I know I can depend on no matter what's going on in the world, what's going on outside the music, what we're doing in the studio. I have a friend. So
what can you say about your first experience here?
First experience, honestly, it felt like I've been here already, because people were vibing to the music. I felt so comfortable. Like if you were watching, like I spent a lot of time just enjoying my performance through the people, you know, seeing the kids there, and people have their own like a personal signs with different messages. Trust me, as an artist, because no matter what level I get to, you know, it's still something that's nerve-wracking for me to go out there and do. You know, it still takes a lot of confidence and deep breathing and everything to go out there and do what I did. So when it is that I go in front of a crowd that just immediately shows me all that love, all that support, it feels beautiful. So big up to Sierra Nevada. I definitely want to be back here.
I learned about Jazzy Lee.
Jazzy Lee's.
No, not Jazzy.
Oh, Jazzy Lee.
Jazzy Lee.
Yeah.
Jazzy Lee. From your Instagram stories.
Yeah.
You supporting other artists, featuring, spreading the word of other artists.
Yeah.
And so my question is, who do we need to know about that's not already out there? Who's next? Who do we need to know about?
Who's next? Boy, you put me in a sticky spot now, cause you say you never call my name and you never call, but definitely Jazzy Lee. Very, very great writer. Very dope. Just for a young man, like I just love the way he curating song. Who else? Naturally Jazzy Lee's. Oh my god, I can't think about everybody right now. I guess just stay tuned for my page. I'm always sharing once it is that I come across talent that I think has potential and is coming with something that makes sense. Cause we need more of that energy. But yeah, Jazzy Lee. There's so many young people in Jamaica. Naturally Black Hero, I saw that he was a part of the show. Runkus, Royal Blue, all of them. There's this other girl called Zana. It's also really good, Zanah. Yeah, I can't think off the top of my head right now, but usually once it is I come across these talents, I share it on my page. I'm pretty sure you guys know Valiant and all of those guys.
Talk about your relationship with Kabaka's brother at Dub School. Talk about that.
Oh, Nova. Oh my God. And nice that you brought up Dub School. That's another space to pay attention to for like all the new artists that are coming up. Dub School, very, very important space in the music. I met Nova in around the same time that I moved to Kingston in 2015. And at that time there was a lot more spaces for young artists to like exercise and develop their talent. Around those times I was going to Dub School, I was going to Dub Club, Jamnesia, all of these places. Nova has always been that guy that's on the forefront of pushing young artists and encouraging them. He's also very into like reggae music and has a great knowledge of reggae music as well. So when you listen to him play music, a lot of the versions are like, yo, who this again? He'll be, putting me onto a lot of these things. Dub School had stopped for a while, obviously COVID and other situations. I mean, it has been going on, but not on like a very popular scale, because he would just do it wherever it was possible. But he recently started it back up at Dubwise Cafe in Kingston, and because it was at such a central spot, that's where I went there one night just to eat. I didn't even know Dub School was still happening, and I just saw performances from some new artists, and I sat there and realized that Dub School was back. So big up Nova. He started making that space now available for whatever it is that you want to do. DJ, rap, sing, yeah.
Janine is back from Tanzania.
Oh God, we need Mother Earth back for
She's back from Tanzania, and she recently did an interview stating that she wants to make the link between Africa, Tanzania, and other artists like it is tangible. Do you think you will work with her, or collaborate with her, and also travel to Tanzania to perform?
She's ever since she moved to Tanzania, she's been telling me that I need to come there, that the vibes is awesome, and I've never been anywhere in Africa, so there is like the deep breathing, the learning about your chakras, like yoga, all of those things. So she was a very important person in my development as well. She's also one of my mentors. She put me onto a lot of books. So yeah, she has been somebody that I've always wanted to collaborate with. So if it happens, it happens. Either way, she's a very important lady in this space, and I was very happy to see her back performing and doing her thing.
One of the last questions from over here was kind of you guys' relationship and how you kind of just been, keeping Lila under the wing. And I was just wondering, like, is that something you normally do, is looking out for the youth, and like what else, is she special in that type of way?
Yeah, of course, it's very special. I mean, like, obviously, you always try to look out for people. Lila does the same too, like, always putting on people, and it's just vibes. And she's just a brilliant artist that is like a once in a lifetime artist. So very feel dope that she got to come out and rock Sierra Nevada. You know, she's a great performer on stage, makes good music, write good songs, like the whole, you know, the whole thing. So, and then we met long time ago. It's like, but it's so long now, like 6 years, years upon years, many journeys, many battles. You know what I mean? So, give thanks that we're here, healthy and strong, and being able to both of us be on a festival like separately. You know, she does her show, I do my show, and then still get to rock together is a blessing. You know?
What's so special about Sierra Nevada Festival compared to that festival you're performing? I see you all over the place, so can you tell us what's so unique about this festival?
It's unique, man. Like everything about it is unique. Like you're in the middle of like Boonville, I don't know. We made a left instead of the right, and we're like, I don't think this is where it is, and it's like, it's just unique, you know. People really love the reggae music here. Like they're very like purist with reggae music, and of course San Francisco is close, and to me San Francisco is like one of the most intense reggae cities in America. So it's beautiful to be out here and like, just as I said, just in the open, and everybody is just, it's a different energy. You know, California is always laid back too, you know, so they're having a good time, but they're kind of chill, you know.
Who's next? Folks that we haven't heard of coming out of Jamaica, artists coming out of Jamaica. With your ear, I'm really curious. Can you give me a few names that we need to know, that we might not already know?
There's Lila, and obviously there's Jazz. There's Jazz Ellis, who's coming out with her stuff. There's a dope artist called Jalil. Yeah, he's really good songwriter, awesome singer. There's another youth that's interesting to see what he does is Rick John.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so I'm waiting for some more stuff from him, but we just have to see and support the music. That's at the spare I get early.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that means 2 more questions. It kind of came about when, from time we're thinking about it, but when Lila, Jesse and I were on tour in America, it was like, let's bring this home. And just kind of build from there with the 2 stages. Y'all should come out to the festival every February, you know, pull up to come see the artists in Jamaica having a vibe. And it's just, we just had to do it for the culture and make sure that we move the music forward and the festival forward, you know.
I'm Ilaya with KPFA Reggae Collective, and we have been supporting your music, both of you and Lila, and I'm really honored to be speaking with you both. And Protoje, I want to mention that Dubwise Miami was lit. In Miami, I had to come visit it, and it was really happening. My question is simple. What makes good music to you?
Something that's real and true to the person that's making it, an honest expression of self. I think if you start there and get good musicians, you can lose. Yeah?
When you
Yeah,
speak
Burning
to
Spirit.
me, I hear a song. Hey, listen, man, this is Lila Ike, and you're listening to Fancy Lady Music Channel. Love, light, and prosperity always.
All right, you're the best.